Hey everybody, Jason here at Time Warp. So today I'm going to talk to you about recycling. It's near and dear to my heart. It's one of the reasons we opened this store. And we talk to a lot of customers and we talk about recycling, and I think it's fantastic that people are separating their trash and, a bin for plastic, a bin for glass, a bin for paper. I think that's a great idea, and don't stop doing that. One of the things you want to make sure is that your city's actually recycling it and not just dumping it all into a landfill. But recycling does not stop at your door. It doesn't stop at your trash can. It actually is almost in everything you do every day. And one of the things you want to think about is when you need a new piece of furniture, or you need a new piece of clothing, or just something for household. We jump on Amazon and we run to the mall or to the store and we buy the newest, next best thing, right? And that's all fine and dandy, except for we're just adding more trash down the road. I'm not saying don't shop new, because I do shop some new, but you have to be very careful on what you buy because you want to make sure that it lasts long enough. Don't push away the thought of entering into a vintage or antique store, or even a used store, or a thrift store, because that is one of the ultimate forms of recycling. The furniture, with mid-century furniture, all the furniture that's being made now today, the throwaway furniture, I like to call it, the ones that are good for about a year or two and then you have to replace them, they're all being done in designs of the past. They're all being done in mid-century modern and so forth. So, maybe instead of going to your local furniture store and buying something that looks like it's from the 1960s, maybe you pop into a thrift store or you pop into a vintage store, come to Time Warp and take a look at what the actual 1960s and 70s furniture looks like, because you're going to get the same look. It's going to be made better, I can tell you that. It's going to last a lot longer, and it's going to give you a better feeling of joy knowing that you actually gave a piece of furniture new life, and it didn't end up in the island in the Pacific Ocean the size of Texas that we're all probably going to end up moving to at some point. I wouldn't mind getting out there. There's probably some cool stuff sitting out there. But we can't have that. We need to have clean oceans. We need to have clean air. We need to have clean land, and for the next generation. And shopping vintage or antique or thrift stores is a great way to do that. Same with clothing. Remember, we all have washing machines, or there's laundromats. You wash everything. If you feel like you are getting somebody else's stuff, well, that's okay, because the things you're buying today are recycled. The plastic that you buy today, most of the plastic that you buy, it's going to be recycled. So at some point, it was somebody else's stuff. So we want to make sure that we're doing everything we can for this planet. And that includes shopping vintage, shopping antique, or shopping thrift stores, because it will actually make you feel a little bit better about what you're wearing, about what you're sitting on, about the things in your kitchen or your house. At least it does for me. And I think it's important that we have these options. And I think and don't get me wrong, I still agree with buying new on some things, but again, we just want to be careful on how we use those, treat those, and dispose of those, so that way we do have a fabulous world that we can pass on to our next generation. So the next time you have to go out and buy something, think, should I buy something new, or should I buy something that is maybe a vintage piece and give it new life and a whole nother set of stories? But thanks for thinking of us, and that's my opinion, and I hope that you guys get a little bit from it. Thanks a lot. Bye.